ground, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cinematopical. Nate here again with Strange Wang. Today we are coming at you with our top 5 favorite animated movies in honor of the release of the Lego Movie number 2. Have you seen the first one?
No.
Have you seen the Batman movie?
Yeah.
Nice. Haven't seen either of them. I gotta catch up. But anyways, top 5 favorite animated movies.
I try not to watch too many animated movies. There's a lot of Japanese movies out there I haven't seen yet, so priorities, right? But my number 5 is going to be Wreck-It Ralph. This is a very simple concept. They take of like, you have bad stigma with your name, and when you name when someone's named Strange Wang, I mean, a lot of bad stigma comes with that as well. So
yeah, most of it's correct, but
that's a fact.
Statute of limitations says no, but yeah, I related to it. It's a good story. So that's why it's my number 5. Very heartfelt moment at the end between two friends. My number 4 is going to be Zootopia.
Huh, nice. How
they have animals and very like basic like food chain, you know, everyone knows like smaller animal probably eaten by the tiger or whatever. Lion, tigers, bears, oh my, right? But this fucking rabbit, she goes and makes a big bust as a cop and does a lot of good. Shows equality and the underdog story. Rocky's one of my favorite movies, so I love underdog shit. But Under Rabbit.
Whack.
Just a rabbit.
I get it.
The that part I really liked, and the equality in the kids movie blew me away, because that big concept that where you like have some fucking hard time to understand in America now,
right,
was put so simple in this kids movie.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
It blew me away.
Yeah, it was great. Solid. Alright, so my number 5 is going to be a severely underrated Disney movie. It's going to be Hercules. I freaking love that movie, man. It's so great.
Very good.
Opening number with like the gospel choir and stuff, beautiful. I really am a big fan of the girl in the movie. She's not your typical damsel in distress.
She's fine.
Yeah, she's really attractive. Also,
her cartoon character.
Hercules. I love how he's just kind of like this bumbling idiot. He's not like your stereotypical hero necessarily. He's just really, really strong. Yeah. And tries to get stood up. But like no one likes him because he's so tough. Yeah.
Another underrated movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Hercules in New York.
Wow.
He fights the bear.
That's pretty neat. But yeah, I love his relationship with Phil. It's very, that's like a... This movie has a lot of like relationships in it, you know?
Now that you mention it, great voice cast. Underrated voice cast as well.
Yeah, it really is really good. Really good movie. And number 4 for me is going to be one of those Japanese movies that you haven't seen. It's my personal favorite Studio Ghibli movie. A lot of people would disagree, but it's going to be Howl's Moving Castle. I know you haven't seen it. I know you don't know anything about it.
Is it about a castle?
It's about a moving castle. It's really not about the moving castle. It's about the guy that lives in the moving castle. But really, really, really good movie. Christian Bale, one of the voice actors in it. Billy Crystal.
Love Billy Crystal.
Yeah, if you go look at the voice cast, you'll want to see it after that. But yeah, super. I won't say too much because I want you to watch it and I don't want to spoil anything. And it has a lot of like plot in it. But the animation is phenomenal, as it always is with Studio Ghibli movies. The voice cast is really good, and I just really, really love the story. And like Hal, as a character in general, pretty fucking dope.
Yeah. So my number 3 is going to be another talking animal movie. That is The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Really? Okay.
This is a heist film. Strange Wang loves heist films.
Facts.
It didn't need to be animated with animals and stuff. But because you did it, it made him a fox, and he's stealing chickens and hens and shit.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. And you still get the Wes Anderson style, and the flamboyance, what's the word? The not cheekiness. You still get the vintage feel with the very monotone, and then like...
You're talking like a song from The Lion King. Stop that. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
One of his best movies.
Yeah.
And for it to be animated, I thought it increased it and made it stand apart from his other works. Because you have a heist movie in Bottle Rocket, you know?
Right, yeah.
And you have a tons of fucking heist movies, you know? Like, we had 3 of them last year. And it makes it stand out from the pack because it's a fucking wolf.
Fox.
My number 2 was another Disney Pixar movie that takes a great concept that's hard to understand and simplifies it for kids, and it makes adults like, oh shit, I'm realizing some stuff too.
Yeah.
That's Inside Out.
Yeah, that's my number 2 also.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So, growing up, you don't want to talk to your parents. What's in this movie? Just that. So it shows kids who may be going through that or thinking about that, how to process their feelings, and saying it's okay to feel certain ways, whether it's sadness, joy, disgust, anger, or being scared.
It's true. Yeah. I think one of the most important things that movie teaches us that it's actually completely okay to feel, not that it's just okay to feel two feelings at once. It's okay to feel two completely opposite feelings. Like, you can be happy and sad at the same time. And it's completely fine. And that is normal.
Yeah,
and I think that's definitely one of the most important messages in that movie. And also that, like, it's really, really important. I mean, this movie talks about it in terms of, like, parent-child relationships. But, like, anytime you're in any kind of relationship with someone, like, you gotta be respectful of how other people feel about it. You know? Or,
definitely.
Or you're not gonna understand why they're acting the way they're acting. Like, her parents are like, what the heck's going on with her? But, like, she didn't feel like it was okay for her to say how she felt about having to move to a city that puts vegetables on pizza.
And as Anger said, there's a lot of bears in San Francisco.
Yeah. That was a great little joke. I love that. So my number 3, probably an unpopular choice because I know it's a lot of people's number 1, but it's going to be The Lion King.
What's up with that?
Well, it didn't make my list. So.
Good. Yeah, I love that about you. I think it's a little overrated.
What's that?
And I'll stand by that. And but it is still phenomenally good because it's my number 3.
Yay!
I mean, lots of nostalgia here, obviously. Like, I was born in 1990. Remember seeing this movie at the theaters. Remember playing the game on Sega Genesis.
I remember that too. That shit was fire.
Yeah, it was.
Jumping on hippos and
It was
shit.
hard. It's not an easy game. But yeah, like, what a really great, like, it's a coming of age story. It really is. And I think people, like, I think that's the meat of that story. People overlook that part a lot, is that it really is a really good coming of age story. Simba growing into, like, you know, maybe I feel like I can relate to it because it's like he just spent the majority of his, like, teenage and, like, what is probably the equivalent of his early 20s, like, doing everything he could to ignore adulthood and just hang out with his bros. You know?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, just like whatever I can to not have to grow up and accept responsibility, that's what I'm going to do. And that was definitely me for a long time. But then he understands, like, hey, like, I got to handle my shit. And that's the way it is. And then he does.
does remind me of a warthog.
Yo, this dude is funny.
So sure won't.
I feel like they're gonna be the same.
You think so?
Does yours have a blue genie?
No.
Oh, yours was wrong. Aladdin is my number 1.
That's a great movie.
Clearly! No debating!
Street Rat.
That's all I remember from the song.
Yeah.
Great song. Fun characters. There's a monkey. Fuck you too. Robin Williams, fucking phenomenal. There's a Schwarzenegger reference in it.
Mm-hmm.
Love Schwarzenegger, so that was great. Everything in this movie is just eyes glued to the screen as a child, and it's fun. It has the poor rich thing going on, so
Classism.
yeah, classism. I fuck heavy with I don't fuck heavy with classism, but the watching cinema based on classism I fuck heavy with, and it's a classic and the best Disney movie I think there is.
Yeah.
All time.
I think even though Lion King made my list ahead of it, I was just talking about personal favorites. I agree with you. I think Aladdin might be the best Disney movie that's not related to Pixar. Also...
Oh, Toy Story's number 1.
No, it's not.
Holy shit.
The monkey's got a sword! You idiot! We've all got swords! It's great. Love that line. No, number 1 is actually... It is going to be a Disney Pixar movie. It's going to be one of the maybe 5 total movies I've seen in my adulthood that has made me cry. And it's going to be Coco.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you should have known that. Yeah, I fucking love this movie. First of all, this movie it's beautiful. Like, the colors in this movie are just, like, in your face and, like, captivating. I feel like it kind of went back to...
Mexico?
It did. It definitely had a lot of, like, Mexican flavor to it, which I'm a big fan of. I watched this movie for the first time, like, not even intentionally. It was like right after my grandma died, and it was just like feels and stuff. But like that whole idea, like I have people who are really close to me who have a hard time feeling accepted by their own families. So like being able to watch someone on screen go through like that same thing that I've seen so many people I care about have to go through, and like fight how you want to live your life and how you feel like you're supposed to live your life versus how your family is telling you this is how you need to live your life. Really important. And you get that big moment of like acceptance at the end where the family realizes that they were wrong and that they were just being a bunch of asshats. But yeah, it's a really great movie and it's beautiful. Like in every aspect. The story's great, the plot's great, the characters are great, the visuals are like, I thought they were great. I feel like it really went back to something that Aladdin gives us really well. And it gives us this kind of like, I don't know what the world is, but it's just like this very fantastical, like, adventure. Like, it gives us
mystical.
Yeah, carpet ride. Not to rip Aladdin off even more, but like it really does kind of give us a whole new world to like explore.
Yeah.
And like a lot of movies just haven't done that lately. I mean, a lot of like, they try, but this one just like, it was really engaging. Definitely my favorite.
Yeah. I would definitely kick it in the afterlife with, what's his name?
Ernesto de la Cruz?
Yeah, what you said. Oh, well, I'll kick it in the afterlife.
Yeah.
I would look good with a skull. I think.
You mean you're basically skin and bones anyways.
I got one big ball.
Yeah, lay off the coke.
But, yeah. One old white guy and another half Italian guy talking about animated movies. So we obviously know a ton about animated movies. So like this video, comment down below what's your favorite animated movie. Subscribe to the channel to hear about movies that aren't animated most of the time.
Hustler, hustler, hustler,
Yeah.
hustler, 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 hustler.
I can't feel my faith.
Know my Grizzy, I'm a bona fide hustler.
Yeah.
Know my Grizzy, I'm a bona fide
You know I gotta
hustler.
stay.
Know my Grizzy, I'm a bona fide hustler.
I'm a
hustler, hustler, hustler.
I stay.